First of all, Matt, congratulations on 5 years at Point of Rental. Most people did some other work before they got here. Can you give me like a 1 minute rundown of what you were doing before you got to Point of Rental and how it's helped you in your position?
Before I got there, I was doing some contracting work, and then before that, I was working at a healthcare company called EMSI, so a solution architect, working on modernizing projects.
Okay, and all of those jobs were like working in building the software for these
Yeah, yeah.
companies. Awesome. So how did you hear about Point of Rental and what did you come here to
Just
do?
saw it on LinkedIn.
I mean, good. Some people like so many people answer this with like, "Oh, I knew someone," and it's like, man, am I the only person who went through like a job board and and applied?
Yes, I was looking for jobs, saw it on LinkedIn, and applied for it. And
Nice. And what was the initial role that you came here to do?
same thing I do now as a senior software engineer, just working on elite modernization.
Okay, and that's what you're doing now, but a more complex and more knowledgeable of elite version of that.
Yeah, I changed it to do it a different way now. So now using AppStream and other stuff to get that
Okay.
onto more of a cloud native.
Okay, that makes sense. So a more modernizing of the initial modernizing.
Yes, I guess you can say that. More
All
in the
right.
cloud. Now in the cloud, I guess. More now in the cloud, I guess.
All right. So, what is it that you like about working here? I'm assuming that you like it since you've been here for 5 years and you haven't left.
Yeah, get to work with good people and get to build new software, challenging problems, like how to upgrade a 40-year-old app to work in the browser. And it's a lots and lots of stuff in it with lots of business logic. They have to figure out how to port and what not to port and how to change the design so it works better in a browser and there's different limitations and stuff like that versus on-prem versus in the web. So you have different trade-offs,
Yeah, it's not quite as simple as like some of these old video game emulators where it's like playing some MS DOS games on a browser.
different challenges.
Okay.
That's just porting the architecture to run on
Yeah.
the device. So
All right. Well, I always ask new people for something that's not work related about them. What's something that you're interested in that isn't necessarily related to doing your job? Any hobbies or interests?
like to cook and stuff. So like to read books. You can see tons of books behind me. And
Yeah.
so, I like that. Then always obviously into computers and things, but
Yeah. All right. What's you mentioned cooking? What's your like go to if you wanted to like impress someone? What's your go to dish?
uh, probably depends. I can make prime rib, I guess, or
All right. That one sounds good.
or I guess it depends. Like you can do that or pot roast or something.
Okay. All right. Now let's pretend that you're talking to a new pointer as a wise learned pointer now of 5 years. What's some advice that you would give them?
Keep learning and keep trying to grow. And Renault is very complicated. They're basically ERP systems. So there's always new stuff to learn and ways to improve the systems and things.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular that surprised you, like after taking this job, that you're like, oh, this is more than I thought it was?
I've had parents that have done this for a long time, so I kind of knew like ERP systems are basically as complicated as you want to make them because that's kind of is what the notorious thing they are. So yeah, that's there's always ways to learn, and I know enough accounting to be know that I don't know anything about accounting.
Okay.
So I know enough about a lot of little stuff that I know. Like, yeah, I don't have a clue how all the little intricacies with depreciation, all that stuff. It's like yeah, I know there's all sorts of tax rules and all that stuff that I
Yeah.
don't know what they are, but I know there's all sorts of rules.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Everything.
sales tax and stuff like that. It's like it's just it is very there's some stuff I was surprised with sales tax where like in certain states they have it where it's based on the job site, not the actual rental store. I just wouldn't even thought of that. So
Yeah. Whenever we start talking about like money and accounting and finance, it's like, whoa. Nope. It just isn't going to penetrate and like stay in my head. So let's just bring someone else in.
yeah, then
All
the
right.
availability is a little bit more complicated than I thought because I never you typically don't have people are returning stuff other places. It's like you use it, it's gone basically. So that takes it add much more complexity and trying to get the performance. It's harder that way.
All right, now let's pretend this is the Oscars or some other awards show, and you can thank some people, pointers or not, who have helped get you to where you are today. Who are you thinking?
Some professor for graduate advisor for a degree. She helped me a lot in understanding things like a lot of stuff with computer science and how to plan things out and stuff like that.
That's it. No one else. All right, I'll make sure
Uh,
everyone in development knows.
and then,
Nope.
well, David and stuff, they helped me out, and John helped me out a lot understanding this, and same thing with Jason, because and Ashley, it's very complicated, and they helped me a lot, helped me understand it, and work with me for figuring out like all the little intricacies, the gotchas, especially with the old app. There's a lot of edge cases that
Yeah.
people forget, and how to use the app to figure out what they are and things like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me today. Congratulations again on 5 years, and I'll see you again in another 5.